Hey guys, it's Lucia from Emeraldstitchcraft. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the market that I did is called Vicere Market. I did it on Sunday the 15th, which was Father's Day. It is a monthly market. It's on different dates every month. And it's in the basement of the Turk's Head in Temple Bar. So a girl called Fiona runs it. She has her own business as well called Vita Unlimited. She has a stall as well as operating it, which is just mad impressive. It was a brilliant market, like 100%. So I didn't really take any photos or videos. I kind of went into it thinking maybe I'll do a little update kind of journal, being like, made my first sale, made my whatever, this is popular, blah blah blah. But basically, like, nerves took over. And then, thankfully enough, fun took over. So I wasn't really thinking of recording that. A little bit of embarrassment there as well. Like, I didn't want to be recording because, so like I said, it is the basement of a pub. The Turk's Head, by the way, I talk about it like yous are all from here. The Turk's Head is a bar in Temple Bar in Dublin City, and it is in the basement of this bar. So it's not like widespread out, it's not huge, like, and so I was, when you come down the basement, I was on the right hand side up a little set of steps. It's just like a little kind of area, and it was me and two other vendors. I really appreciate having them as my neighbours. Fiona had said to me after this she purposely picked Terry to be my neighbour because she is kind of my age, she's a witch, and she is very used to the market scene at this stage. Like, she was so chill, so fun, and it kind of helped put me and less on my husband, I suppose. He was he's already chill, but it kind of put me at ease to have such a seasoned kind of market vendor there beside me, to just sort of like kind of distract me and to just sort of have fun with customers. And plus, like I said, she was a witch, so we have that in common, so we were able to kind of chat a little bit about that. I will link her down below. Her brand is called We Are Witch. I'll link her Instagram. So she does kind of like roll on essential oil perfumes, and she does candles and stuff like that. I'll link her down below. She's superbly lovely. Like, I hit the jackpot with that neighbour. It was a really fun little corner of the market that I had, basically. So yeah, I didn't take, like I said, didn't take photos or videos. I have a photo of my boots set up. I'll insert it here. And then I did just like a little video of my setup as well, which again, I'll insert here. The market runs from 1 until 6. That's the same every month. Me and my husband got there maybe like 5 past, 10 past 12, that kind of thing. I was kind of panicking, thinking, oh my god, I don't know how long it's going to take me to set up. I don't want to be rushing last minute, anything like that. We literally set up in like 10 minutes. I paid for a half stall, like a half table. So like I said, because it's the basement of a pub, it's basically just like one circular pub table. My stall was only, it was €20 for a stall fee. Like, that is absolutely nothing, and I was just sort of excited to be involved. So yeah, I had everything set up. I have everything here beside me because I basically need to take photos of everything so I can list them on my Etsy and kind of get more photos on my Instagram, because a few people did take my card. So I'll go through everything that I brought. Most of it you'll have seen already because you've been watching my vlogs of me kind of market prepping. So there was this shawl, the black to green gradient, and then the black to purple gradient. Not entirely surprised that they didn't sell. It was gonna kind of be a long shot if they did, to be honest. Like, I did kind of go in there knowing that. And then I made way too many. Like an absolute buttload of coasters. I had 3 different designs going in, and 2 of them I found online, 1 of them I just made myself. So the first design was this one. I think it's dog hair because I just have them at home now. These are the 4 colours that I had. Then the other one is this kind of, I'll show you in a different colour I suppose, is this hexagon one. Again, you probably would have seen me making these. So that's the hexagon there. And the last one is the one that I designed myself. So I'll show you now. So it's like double crochets, kind of clusters, and then this really cool technique of like a chain 1 slip stitch. All of them came in each individual colour. I had bottle bag holders. I had talked about the bottle bag pattern test that I did for shelfie stitches, so I used that same pattern and I made a bunch of bottle bag holders. So I've got a peachy one, an orange one, a really pale pink. It looks kind of beige on the camera, but it is like a really really pale, I suppose it is almost like a beigey pink, but it is a pink. The dark blue, the kind of tealy sky light blue, and then this lovely green. It looks more emerald on camera, but it is really like kind of vibrant green. So I had all of them. The bandanas I'm fairly certain I've shown. So again, a few different colours. And then my mesh market bags. So I had the large one. I only had 2 large ones, and then I made the smaller ones. I had like 4 or 5 of the smaller ones, that kind of thing. So that's, oh, and last but not least was my lavender bookmarks. So again, oh no, focus on the bookmark. Again, I'm fairly certain I have showed these before. Just goes down into the little leaf. So I think I have showed them before, but yeah, those ones. So that was everything that I brought, and then I did... So then on the table wise, I had my little thing on my business cards. I made one of these, so it just says all handmade with 100% cotton yarn, and then the QR code to my Instagram. Chewy saw a bird or something that he doesn't like. And then this was my little price list that I made. So we'll go through what sold and what didn't sell. I have my notes. So to reiterate, the booth fee, so the stall fee, the table fee, was €20. I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lavender bookmarks. They were by far the best sellers. I sold a purple water bottle holder, a large blue market bag, and a light green bandana. And then I did give one of my lavender bookmarks to the creator, the vendor, the owner of Tasky Bug, because she had just turned 21. So it was very exciting. It was the week before, but I remember myself way back when being 21, and it was very exciting. So I just wanted to give her a little something just to mark the occasion. So yeah, the lavender bookmarks were €5 each. The purple water bottle was 15, the large blue market bag was 30, and the light green bandana was 10. So that's, if my maths is correct, that is €85 that I made. So with taking the stall fee out of it of 20 quid, that was €65 that I made. So I personally am absolutely over the moon with that. I think that is, like, I was kind of going in just being like, look, if I make my stall fee back, happy days, but I made a little bit of profit. So when we got out, we got a takeaway and a bottle of wine, and just to celebrate, and I was delighted with that. That was, in my eyes, as a huge profit. It was an absolute roaring success for me. I met a bunch of really lovely customers. If by any chance any of you guys are watching, thank you so much. I really cannot put into words how much I appreciate you even just stopping and having a look at my stall. There was a lovely couple who were on their honeymoon over in Ireland. That was really exciting. It was a really fun market. I was absolutely exhausted by the time I came out of it, like absolutely wrecked, but I had such a savage time. It was so much fun chatting with the different vendors. Like, I did a little walk around and kind of said hello to a couple, because there was a couple of different crochet people there, and it's gas. I was chatting to one person about their crochet, and so they make little mini kind of plushies and stuff, and they had loads of really cool stuff. Like they had a whole pride collection, so there was like of like bees and stuff, so it would be like lesbian, like that kind of thing. It was really, really cool. And then there was like a little Link, there was a little Pokemon, they had loads. And when they came over to my stall at first, they were like, oh my god, I was wearing my own shawl, and they were like, oh my god, how long did it take you to make that? And I was like, oh Jesus, like all in all, like 10 plus hours maybe. Like I'm not sure, like I didn't calculate, like this was just something I sat down and made. And they're like, oh my god, I wouldn't have the patience for that. And then they're like, and you work with cotton? I said, yeah. And they were like, that's so hard to work with though. And I was like, this is gas, like, because I went over and then looked at their stall, and I was like, I don't have the patience to make the mini amigurumi that like you have to pull it so tight. I was like, I made one, like I know I'm making me little robins, but like I've only made 2 robins because making them, like, it hurts my hands, like really fucking hurts my hands. Like trying to keep everything taut, keep the tension. I'm more of a like a free flow, loosey goosey kind of crocheter. And then I was like, I'm working with acrylic, like when you get that squeak, oh, like my hyperacusis could never. And so it's to me, it was just gas, like the different perspectives on crochet then, that like they would look at me and go, oh my god, cotton's so hard to work with, that's such a big project. And I'm just like, acrylic squeaks and they're so small. Like absolutely not. So that was really, really fun. And I said, all in all, I had an amazing time. I sold as much as I'm beyond happy selling. Like honestly, the fact that the first person who came to my stall was a complete randomer. Like, I don't know this person, they weren't friends, they weren't family, they weren't anything. Like, he walked up to my stall, he took a look, and he just literally said, I will have one lavender bookmark. And I was like, ugh. And I completely got like flustered, and I was like knocking shit over, and I didn't, like, I was, my head was up my arse basically. But when he walked away, and like to him it's such a simple thing that he just came up, he bought a lavender bookmark, he went on his way. I turned to my husband and like I found myself welling up, being like, I just made my first sale. Like, me as a business owner, because that's, I'm fully out now admitting it now, I am a business owner, which is just crazy to say. I made my first sale, my first natural sale in person. Someone came along, saw my stuff, and thought, that's lovely, gives one, and that was my stuff. Like, that's incredible. That's crazy. So like I said, I was beyond happy with what I made, what I sold. There were a couple of like lulls in the market, which I kind of figured might be maybe due to the fact that it was Father's Day. So maybe it was because of that, I'm not sure. I was lucky enough that my in-laws came in to see me, so I was able to see my father-in-law and do my market. But yeah, it might have been that. And then as well, I didn't know, it was Terry told me that there was a big massive festival on in Stoneybatter. Don't know what it was, but when I opened Instagram then to have a look, it looked like there was like food vendors and like live music and shit. I don't know what the festival was, but that was on in Stoneybatter, so maybe a few people were going to that instead. Or it was just that it was Father's Day and it was nice out, that people were staying at home. I'm not sure. But by all accounts, apparently it was a slightly quieter market. Again, I don't know. It's the first one that I have been on the other side of, to be there for like the entire day. But there was definitely like packed moments and lulls, but I suppose every market is like that. Plus, to just go back to the market, it was a lot of fun to just like be there and hang out with my husband all day. And like, we got a cheeky beer because it is a bar. And like, we had a little cheeky beer. He brought his Steam Deck and his Kindle in case he wanted to do anything like that. I brought some crochet because I kind of figured, like, see the artist in action. I don't know. I ended up not doing much because I was just so invested in like everything else kind of going on. I was trying to wait to Terry, I was trying to wait to my husband, I was trying to wait to customers, like, so I ended up, I think I maybe got like 6 rows of crochet done. Like, it was I got fuck all done. Yeah, and then in regards to my Etsy, if anybody has ever clicked on it, I don't have a terrible amount of listings. I used to have loads, and then I kind of took them down because basically my account was always like in a deficit because you have to pay to get things listed, basically. But now that a few people have taken my business card, and then I am getting way more like following on Instagram and stuff like that, and my Etsy is linked there, like I do need to kind of get the finger out and basically take some photos. So you can't see right now, but currently around me, all of my stuff from the market is like a mess around me here on the couch, because it's lovely out and I want to utilize the good weather and the natural lighting to take some good photos for my listings. So, but that's everything that I wanted to say. So again, I know I promised this before and I didn't follow through, but I will try and get back to regular uploading. I think now that the panic of the market is gone, I might feel a bit more relaxed. Essentially, the market just consumed me completely because I got myself so wound up and so anxious about it, and I didn't need to. Shockingly enough, I overthought something. Okay, if you made it this far in the video, please just leave a little shamrock emoji, just so I know you've made it this far. And again, you can give me like a thumbs up, comment down below what you think of this, what you thought of the market. If you're from Ireland, in particular Dublin, is this a market that you've gone to before, that kind of thing. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts, let me know what's going on, just say hey. If you like the video, please do give it a like. That helps an awful lot. Hit that subscribe button so you're not going to miss any future videos. But for now, I know I have talked way too much, so I won't keep you any longer. I'll let you go, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.